Okay, in this video, I'm going to show two different ways to divide polynomials by a binomial, synthetic division and long division. And I'm going to start with the long division. So when you're solving things by long or dividing by long division, you set it up just like you would, this is an x cubed. So let's say we said 125 divide 15. Notice that's a number with place value of 100s. This is 100s and this is the thousands place value. It's kind of what we're doing here. You're going to do that same process, but here's the tip. You only are asking each time, what does the value of k go into? So for example, k goes into k cubed, so k times k to the first times k to the what is equal to k cubed. Another way to think about that is k cubed divide k to the first is equal to what? Well, if we look at it this way, k to the first times k squared. So in the k squared column, you're just going to put 1k squared. So if I look at it this way, 3 subtract 1 is 2. So both ways can confirm how you get this value. And then, just like regular long division, you're going to multiply both of those terms, not just the k, and then you're going to subtract. So k squared times k is k cubed. K squared times 6 is 6k squared. And now we subtract that entire phrase. K cubed subtract k cubed cancels. Here's a tip. The first thing's always going to cancel or you've done it incorrectly. And then 1k squared subtract 6k squared is negative 5k squared. And then you're going to ask yourself, k to the first times what is equal to negative 5k squared. Well, imagine there's that invisible one there. So 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. K to the first times k to the what is k squared? Well, k to the first. So in the k column, we're going to put negative 5k. And then you're going to do multiplication. Oh, one thing I forgot before we multiply, we always need, since this is a binomial, we always need at least two terms. So the subtract 27k, I should have brought down right away. So I apologize for that. Now we're going to go up here and do that repeated multiplication, the distributive property. So negative 5k times k is negative 5k squared, and negative 5k times 6 is negative 30k. Well, we're going to subtract that whole thing. And then we're going to bring down that. So any number subtract itself cancels. Remember what I said is going to cancel? This says negative 27k subtract negative. Well, that's the same as adding to positive. So negative 27k plus 30k is positive 3k. And then we're going to bring down that positive 10. And then finally, k to the first times what is equal to 3k. Well, that's just times 3. So we're going to put plus 3 right there. And then we're going to multiply both things. So that becomes 3k plus 18. And then we subtract that whole phrase. Any number subtract itself cancels. 10 subtract 18 is negative 8. And you don't ever put remainder negative 8. No, bad form. So that becomes negative 8 over the divisor, k plus 6. All right, so now I'm going to show you, oops, it's a little bit long, but I'm going to show you synthetic division and how both work. So synthetic division, what you're doing is you're bringing down only the coefficients. So 1, 1, negative 27, 10. And instead of that whole phrase, whatever zeroes out inside, whatever zeroes out 6, well, that's negative 6. And in synthetic division, you do repeated multiplication and addition, whereas in long division, you do repeated multiplication and subtraction. So negative 6, oh, and in synthetic division, you always bring down that first term. So negative 6 times 1 is negative 6, and now add those columns. Negative 6 times negative 5 is 30, add the columns. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18, add the columns. Now look at what we have up here. We have an invisible 1, we have negative 5, we have positive 3, and then negative 8. Look what we have, 1, negative 5, positive 3. And because we have our coefficients and our remainder, we can now bring down, since we factored out a k, that becomes 1k squared, and then descending order. Subtract 5k plus 3 with the remainder of negative 8 over k plus 6. So they both have the same result, long division, synthetic. Here's the trick. When the lead coefficient to this k is 1, synthetic, look at that, so much easier. But when the lead coefficient is not 1, at least for a while, I'm going to have you do long division.